Shalom, shalom, early morning. Call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Before I get into the plantation, see it's 4:41 in the morning. We give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to continue here in Sirach chapter 11 where I left off, verse 10, and then goes into my son. Meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by flying. Yeah, in other words, don't be a busybody. Don't be all, spreading rumors. Don't be all trying to get into everybody's business, trying to be the peacemaker for this and that and that. A lot of times things could just be naturally sort out, but, Jake just makes it worse. They tend to make it worse, you know what I mean? Verse 11, there is one that laboureth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. That's Jake right there, man. That's our history. That's your history, Jake. No matter what you do, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, when I'm going to get this done, especially in life, Jake. We go, hey, look, man, this is why this is called the book of wisdom, man. You labor, you go through hell, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to bills, you're working, you're trying to catch up to these bills, you just can't catch a break. You know what I mean? You just can't catch a break. At the end of the day, let's go to Haggai. Salaka. I'm still trying to get myself, I'm still half asleep. Haggai 1 and 8. So 1 and 8. Yeah, 1 and 9. All right, yeah, look for much, and lo, it came too little. When you brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith the Lord of hosts? Because of my house that is waste, and you run every man into his own house. Let's go to 6. Let's start at 6 to get some contact. Now, this goes back into the rebuilding of the temple. And at the time, they didn't have enough funds to continue to build the temple. Just like now, you go see certain construction sites, they'll start the job. Maybe they didn't get approved through a contract, a breach, you know what I mean? They got to wait for the funds. They'll leave that construction site the way it is until further notice. So Haggai 1 and 6, you have so much, but this is a twofold scripture because you could apply this to you, okay? This is us right here, man. Remember, this goes back to the curses. In Deuteronomy 28, man, it speaks about that. You're going to be the tail. He's going to be the head. You're going to ask to borrow. He's going to lend. You know what I mean? Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. He clothed you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes, man. All right? And that's heavy, man. A bag of holes, you put your coins in there, it's going to fall right through. So it's just symbolic of us, paying. That's why we're content, man. We get paid, we work just to pay bills, just to get by. For a lot of us, we're just getting by. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough. That, look, brothers and sisters, through experience, that is good. You don't need a lot. The Lord will bless you off and on. The Lord will bless you with some shekels. The Lord will have another brother to bless you, a sister with alms. The Lord will just have a stranger, or something may just happen where you'll get some shekels, man. You know, I have situations where at my job, you know what I mean, they surprisingly gave me more than enough because they forgot to owe me. They owe me shekels. Things happen. Listen, the Lord knows what we need. That's why when you read Matthew 6, it speaks about that. You know, he feed the fowls of the air, how much more you, you know? So look, at the end of the day, it's good just to just get by. Keeps you humble. As long as you got your food, you're eating, your Lord is clothing you. Look, we just woke up. I just woke up. I have a bed I was sleeping in. Coming out of my home. I have a roof over my head. I have an automobile that the Lord blessed me with. You know what I'm saying? To get to work, get back home. You know? Come on, brothers. So it's good to be content. You know, but going back to verse 11, you know, it's a twofold. There is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste. It is so much that more, so much the more behind, man. Call out Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Lord, will you are edified. Lord, put the spin on me later on. I'll do some more lessons. Shalom, brother. Shalom.